All right guys, that is it for the session. So these boots are, for me, the best laceless boots you're gonna find on the market, and here's why. So what is going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a beautiful training session. It is super cold out here, which is amazing. I love it. And today we are going to be doing a 1 month review of the Adidas Speedflow Pluses. I have them in this gorgeous black, red, accented with the blue accented colorway. I'm very excited to show you guys and tell you why I think these are the best, one of the best speed boots on market, and definitely the best laceless boot on the market. Let's hop into the training session. All right, so first clip, guys, is all about a good dynamic warm-up. It's really, really important to get your muscles warm before you hop into a session, especially one that's got sprints like the one you're watching right now. And just make sure you get a good warm-up, good dynamic stretching, loosen your body up, and then let's hop into the session. Okay, so the first set of drills you're seeing now is simply just going from the baseline to the 18-yard box, and it is doing different types of drills just to get my body warmed up. Again, especially when it's as cold as it was outside. It was right around the freezing point, and all I had to do basically was go different. So inside, outside of the right foot, inside, outside of the left foot. You'll see inside, outside of both feet, rollover, different types of scissors, all those types of skills. And what you can do is you can do those just super quick, do each skill one direction. So it takes about, 5, 10, 15 seconds at most to get to the other side. And then all you're doing is turning around and doing a different skill. And what this does is it really gets your feet used to the feel of the ball, used to the turf. That's something actually that the Brazilian national team used to do, is every single time they went to a different pitch, they would just sit there with a partner and start passing the ball along the ground to each other. And what that does is that gets your body and your mind used to the way the pitch moves. And this has the same idea. When I'm training on my own, I want to be super used to the pitch so that it's really easy for me just to get in that flow and get in that rhythm so that I'm touching the ball as many times as possible during the session. Instead of just resting, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll do, say, 100, 200, 300 juggles in between different drills. And what this does is it just gets me calmed down, it gets my heart rate down, I can recover a little bit. And as you're seeing now, it's super low key. I'm not doing any sort of pattern, I'm not doing anything like that. All I'm doing is just keeping the ball up, hitting it high a couple times, hitting it with different parts of my feet, just to get, again, as many touches as possible in. All right, first reason why I absolutely love these boots, be awesome by the way, is because of the customized fit. Now, you might think, well, aren't laceless boots not really customizable? That's not true with these. You slip your foot in, you break them in for a couple hours, and they are incredible at being a super customized fit. I have no space on the ankle portion. Oftentimes for me, boots that are much on the thinner end often get weird little gaps in my ankles, like I've talked about before in reviews. These have none of that, so that is number one. All right, so this next set of drills is a fantastic one. You've got a ladder, you've got a triangle drill, you've got a 2-cone drill, and you've got a line cone drill all in one. So we're gonna move straight into the ball work version right now. And as you're seeing, I'm going through the ladder, and then it gets really easy because then you're just following along what I'm doing, right? So lift the ball over that little cone line, and then it's V cuts for the first iteration, and you'll see different skills as I go through the different iterations of this particular drill. There are thousands of different things you can do. But again, this one, again, L turn, roll over, L turn, roll over, go through that 4 times, and then go up and back on the cone line. So this is a great way to get probably 150 different touches all in one drill, plus a little bit of explosion in the ladder right in the beginning. So this is a fantastic drill. I do this for at least like a warm-up or something almost every single training session that I go through, especially when I'm on my own. And this is something that a lot of my small groups will do, just because it offers a fantastic way to get as many little touches as possible and work on some of those fundamental skills. That's some good work. Reason number two that I absolutely love these boots is how light I feel on my feet. They are, if not the best, they are very close second best to the lightest, most barefoot feeling shoes I've ever worn on my feet before. They're absolutely fantastic if you want a super barefoot sensation with a one-to-one feeling on the ball. Only big asterisk there is whether or not you get hurt when you get stepped on, because that's something to be aware of. Next, to get used to a lot of more of the shooting type stuff, what I'm doing is I have a big box at the top of the 18, juggle the ball 10 times, hit it straight up in the air, trap it down, explode out through the front of the box, go through quick cones, and then firm pass and or shoot into one of the corners. So you'll see 3 on the left and 3 on the right. Obviously I did many more than that, but this gives you a good idea of the different types of movements that I'm doing with my body and the simplicity of the drill before I hop into more of the position specific shooting part of being a left back. All right, reason number 3 why I absolutely love these boots is how incredibly pliable the upper is. I absolutely love the sensation of slipping my foot in and feeling like there's nothing on my feet. It's absolutely seamless. It is so incredible. The barefoot feeling in these is unlike anything I've ever had before. I've tried Vapors, I've tried obviously the Hypervenom line. This is probably most similar to a Hypervenom 1, and they're even thinner than a Hypervenom 1. So if you like super barefoot-like sensations on feet, like I do sometimes, these are the ones to get. All right, so this is the last technical drill that I did, and What's going on to the right outside of the frame is a cone line. So I'm going really quick through a cone line, driving forward, going through these 3 gates, and then going 1v1 against those cones, cutting inside and shooting. I really want to work on my right foot shooting because I think I can be super effective with both my crossing, which I've been working on a ton, and of course the shooting. So if I can score some goals, it'll make me a much more dangerous player going forward amongst some of the other defensive attributes that I have already going for me. All right, we got 10 sprints, full field in 15 seconds or less. The rest of the minute to chill, and then we come back. So we got 10, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're good, we'll do some juggling. And then I will talk about what those boots feel like after a month of use. Here we go. Last 2. Here we go. All right, guys, that is 10, 15 seconds each. 45 seconds to rest. Feeling fantastic. Gonna get some cool down juggling going, and then we'll talk about the boots. All right, guys, that is it for the session. So these boots are, for me, the best laceless boots you're gonna find on the market, and here's why. So first of all, I have really wide feet. You guys know this. I fit in barely any of the boots for actual training sessions. I fit in Tiempos, I fit in Phantom Venoms. The toe box of the Preds are okay, even though the midfoot's not so great. And yet these are a speed boot and they fit me just fine. And that to me is absolutely bonkers. To have this good of lockdown for a boot that doesn't have any laces and has such a thin upper. Here, I'll show you guys really quick. So you guys hopefully go check out my videos of the actual review and first impression of these boots. I've reviewed both the launch colorway in that red and white, and then also obviously these ones that I have, and I've had about a month's playing experience. I've trained full training sessions in these. I've done kick arounds. I've done really high level pickup with USL guys, NISA guys, MLS guys. Like, these boots hold up fantastic. Now, the only gripe I have with them is they are laceless. And for those of you who don't like laceless boots or are interested perhaps more in something with laces, I think the laced variation of these would be an awesome option. However, for somebody who wants a laceless boot and is okay with a little bit of heel slippage, again, most grip socks will fix this issue. For me, I use pure grip socks for the most part because those are my favorite and they're the most cost effective, and I have no issues with them. As you saw in this training session that you just watched, I've used pure grip socks with these and they fit fantastic. Pure grip socks are also a little bit bigger, and this is not an ad, I'm not sponsored by them, but they're a little bit on the thicker end, which is actually fantastic for a boot that's this thin. So if you do get stepped on, it's not as painful as it would be with something like a Nike, one of those like Nike Elite socks or Nike Grip socks. I don't know what they're called. Nike Grip, I think they're called, that are so razor thin. That are awesome for breaking in boots because you don't have that much space in between. But these are a far better shoe to wear with a little bit of a thicker sock, in my opinion at least. As far as lateral traction goes, no complaints. This is one of the best sole plates on the market. It is a lot of either chevron studs or bladed studs, which I do appreciate from time to time. I tend to prefer conical studs, but as far as a bladed stud sole plate goes, I think these are a fabulous hybrid between the super aggressive like New Balance, I think they're called the Furons. Yeah, New Balance Furon V6 Plus Pros and the Mercurial Vapors. Like, those are all chevron studs. They're super aggressive. They're super crazy. And then you have things like the Puma Ultra, which are also super aggressive, but they're not as aggressive as these. I don't think these are kind of right in the middle. With the Carbitex insert, it makes for a fantastic pair of shoes. So you're probably wondering, what's my overall rating? These are an 8.5 out of 10. A very good pair of football boots that I come back to over and over again when I'm training by myself or with a group and I want to get that super fast barefoot sensation and I want to sprint, I want to do stuff and feel really quick while I'm doing it. So 8.5 out of 10 for the Speedflow Plus. Hope you guys enjoyed that position-specific training session. Lots of touches, lots of technical stuff, and of course some shooting at the end, which is always fantastic. Plus, always got to get that fitness in. That's it for the video, guys. Thanks so much for joining me for this wonderful 1 month review, and of course the training session. Hope you guys come from the training session because that's the actual value that comes. I know you guys love boots, but stay for the training session because that stuff's really going to help you guys improve and get to the next level. As always, be awesome, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.